This is not excellent news, because I imagine that Belgium will be part of it as well, which I suppose was always a possibility, but I'm a bit concerned given how expensive it is. I don't know if the EU or the Erasmus programme will subsidise or compensate for any of it, so I'm a little bit concerned. I suppose I'll just have to see what happens and how it plays out over the next while.
Wow, I sure wonder how that turned out. Hello from my room in Dublin, where I've been since I came back from my Erasmus in Belgium at the start of April. I suppose I should probably explain how this happened, because it all did happen very quickly. There was only a couple days between this might be happening, this is definitely happening, and you need to get on a flight, book a flight, get out as quick as possible. So I guess I'll just give you a quick rundown of my last couple days in Antwerp. They were very stressful, but kind of fun at the same time.
I'm literally still sunburned, and it is snowing. What the hell?
It's so windy! So I was enjoying the lovely weather of Antwerp when it was announced that mandatory hotel quarantine was being brought into Ireland within the next couple of days. I had booked a solo trip to Ghent, but as soon as I got on the train, I realised that if I wanted to go home, I needed a coronavirus test literally that day. The place where I'd got my tests done previously was not taking any new people that day, and I was quickly realising that my option to go home, whether I wanted it or not, was quickly disappearing. Thankfully, I found a hospital about an hour away from me that would do a test for me, and I had to abandon my trip to Ghent and make my way over there as quick as possible. This is my day now. Instead of being in Ghent, I'm by a motorway at a bus stop eating mini chocolate croissants. They're really nice, in fairness, they're very nice. But yeah, this is not how I expected the day to go. I'm really early from my Ronivirus test, and I still haven't made my mind up on what I'm even going to do and if I'm even going to go home. So it's been a very tiring day, and it's not even 3 o'clock yet, and I haven't even had the thing shoved up my nose yet. But yeah, we will see.
So it's the morning of the 11th of April and I look awful because I've just been so stressed. But I'm going home to Ireland, unfortunately, tomorrow morning, just because I think the mandatory quarantine is just way too expensive. It's just not doable for me. I really think that my mental health would suffer if I had to go into hotel quarantine for 2 weeks completely on my own. Not much is open here. It doesn't look like there's going to be a huge reopening, at least until the end of my time here anyway. I'm not really doing anything here that I can't do at home aside from go to museums, and I love going to museums, and I've met some really lovely people here, and they're really great, and I hope that I get to stay in contact with them after this. But I just worry that the experience I would be having if I stayed wouldn't outweigh the stress and the anxiety of knowing that I was going to have to go into mandatory quarantine. It's way too expensive. It's €2,000, and I don't think they're going to subsidise it for students. There's been no information. So I don't really know, to be honest, but I just think this is the best decision for me right now, and it's so upsetting. It is the worst decision, and I really wish I could stay, but I just think it doesn't make sense. This makes the most sense to me and feels right to me. So yeah, unfortunately I will be going home, going back to Dublin to terrorise everybody there instead. I'm really going to miss this place, and I'm going to miss this shitty little room, and I'm going to miss everybody I've met, and I'm going to miss all of it, really. But hopefully I get to come back when things are less mental, and I'll get to go to some more museums and see more of the beautiful country of Belgium, because it's such a great place. And yeah, that's kind of it, really. Pack up the waffles, boys, we're going home. I actually think I'm going to re-dye my hair before I leave, because I still have a bottle of the hair dye and I don't really want to carry it with me as extra weight. So I'll probably just dye it again today. So I'll be nice and pink coming back to Dublin. My hair is pink again, yay! I just dyed it again there, and now I'm having a cry. It just sucks so much having to go home. It's just such a shame, and I wish I could stay. I really do. I wish things were different. I wish this whole year was different. But there's no point in wishing because I can't change anything. But I got to have an experience that loads of people didn't get to have. I still had such a great time, and it was so worth doing. I got to come for the majority of my stay. The majority of my Erasmus I spent here. I'm really lucky to have had this experience. It just sucks it's coming to an end like this. It is what it is. I don't know what else to say. It just sucks. And it's just a shame. But at least I have pink hair now, so I'll be going back to Dublin looking gorge anyway. Every cloud, you know. One big fat negative test here. Woo! Yay! This is the most beautiful waffle I've ever seen in my whole life. It is amazing. Literally all my clothes. I'm so warm. Goodbye, little house. I'm gonna miss you so much. Bye, Antwerp. Even watching the footage for making this video was really hard. I missed the independence of living on my own, of being in a different country and getting to enjoy all the things that I did in Belgium. I went to a lot of museums, but I really do think I made the right decision, and I've just finished my exams. That's why it's taken so long to make this video, because I was doing my exams. I was doing all my essays and all my assignments, and it took forever. Sorry to everybody who had to hear me whine about my exams for the last while, because they were never ending. They were never ending, but finally this morning they ended.